Perfect Human Operator's Manual that comes with the t-shirt. So first thing we talked about was just to get up and make your bed. That's step number one. This is step number two. Step number two, and I'm taking these in sequence, drink some water. You know, they're always telling you to hydrate. They're always telling you, you know, all the health gurus and all these people. It's because we all know our body is made out of like 60% water. In fact, the brain and the heart are like more like 75, 78% water. So, and those are pretty important, those two bits. If you get the heart, you keep the heart going, you're okay. And the brain going too. I mean, you know, sometimes the brain isn't so engaged, but it all takes water because it's really, our body is kind of an electrical system, It's an electrical system. All the nerves use electricity. They use, and the conductivity is provided by the water. The water, it helps, you know, it transmits the electricity, the millivolts that are our nerves and the synapses are, you know, they're traveling through there. That water, the liquid, helps all that happen. And so if you're dehydrated, if you don't have enough water in you, all of the everything just isn't going to quite work as well as it could. And of course, not working as well as it could is less than perfect. So get up, drink some water. Now, you've been laying asleep all night, hopefully 6 to 8 hours. You should get good sleep. That's another thing we'll talk about later. But while you were sleeping, you've been breathing and exhaling, and you've burned up a lot of water. You might maybe sweat at night a little bit, but just the function of exhaling your breath will deplete your water resources. So you haven't had any water for, you know, the whole night. So you need to replenish the supplies. And they say that you should have 7 to 9 glasses a day, minimum. Okay, so first thing in the morning, get up, have a glass or two. You know, just get it started. Top up your fluids. But that naturally led me to think, okay, 7 to 9 glasses is the minimum. And that begs the question, what's the maximum? Can you drink too much water? So I did a little research and I looked it up. And it turns out that you can. You can have too much water. And too much water is more than half your body weight. If you drink more water than half of the amount of what your body weighs, which for the average man is about 10.5 gallons, about 100 cups. That would be too much. So you can see there's a huge range between, it doesn't sound like much, but that huge range between 7 and 9 glasses a day, cups a day, and 100 cups a day. So 10.5 gallons, that's more than 2 5-gallon jugs. You know those jerry cans that they have for gasoline or for water? It's a big, you drink 2 of those per day, and that'll be borderline too much. You know, and then that'll cause some other problems that have it. But think about that. You know what you have to do that? You've got to, I worked out the math. Silly me, I spent time doing it. You would have to have a cup of water, a glass of water every 8 minutes for the 16 hours that you're awake. It's assuming that you sleep for 8 hours. So you get up in the morning and you have a cup of water every 8 minutes during the day. Then you could possibly drink too much water. So you can see the huge margin between what's just barely minimum and then what's way too much. That's a huge margin, so don't underestimate how much water you need, which is the lesson that I came from. That's just step 2 of the Perfect Human Manual. Make sure you get hydrated. I'll see you at the store where you can look at the shirts, you can look at the hats, you can look at the cups. You can get yourself a Perfect Human cup to drink your water out of. All right, I'll see you there at the store, and I'll see you on more videos about Perfect Humans.